I want you to look into this family-wise. They're bringing up a situation where you're gonna have to look into this, where a little boy was dressed up as a little girl. Yeah, but they're joking about it. There's a funniness around it, so it's kind of weird. Do you know of any family stories where...
It's me. I would get into my grandma's clothes or my mom's clothes and just like prance around the house.
And did they ever see it?
All the time.
And was there a funniness around it? Like,
yeah, they loved it.
Yeah, like an acceptance.
Totally.
Within that message, I think there's a deeper understanding of who you are and a pride about who you are. And she has that, and she's your #1 fan.
She was always the one, like, if anybody said anything, like, she would just be like, knock it off. She was a very big champion who made me feel, no matter who I was or what I was, that is exactly the way it should be. I was bullied in school. I would know where the people were I needed to stay away from, and then the people where I could go and do my thing. And then luckily on the other end of that, have like a safe place at home where I could be with my grandma.
Absolutely, no, for sure, it's so important.
My grandmother always let me play with Barbie. She taught me how to bake. She was very progressive, she was very loving, and she was just great.
I mean, growing up, I dealt with a ton of bullying myself, and you're totally right. When you spoke on that, I could relate. I was bullied because I was medium, bullied because I was gay, but I was actually bullied more for being a medium.
Wow.
Than anything. But I think, being gay was something that people had kind of heard of, at my age. They hadn't heard of mediums.
Did your mom encourage your homosexuality and you being a medium as well?
It's interesting. My mom was a lot more supportive of the medium thing. When people ask, Tyler, when did you come out? I always say, I came out about 20 times, because I'd be like, Mom, I'm gay. She's like, no, you're not. Mom, I'm gay. No, you're not. Really think about it. So that was my life. But as a medium, I was able to demonstrate it for her. I was able to connect to her loved ones and read her friends, and so she kind of understood it, but she never was really able to understand the gay thing until she realized it wasn't a phase, and she showed the interest, and I think when people know better, they do better. And my family was really a testament to that. So my mom and my dad eventually were incredibly accepting, and they live with me now, and we're really close.
That's so awesome.
I'm really blessed to have good parents.
When I came out to my mom, you know what she said?
What did she say?
I said, Mom, I'm gay, and she said, I know.
Oh, well, that's good.
And it was like,
yeah.
that was like it.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, to have that unconditional love is just so important.
Very.
Absolutely.
I'm very lucky that way.
Yeah.
The bullying for me when I was a kid was hard, but my grandma's attitude always with other people was basically F them. Like, truly, like, my grandmother was one of those people who was just like, if they don't like it, them.
Connected to this object, they're showing me, like, birds. I'm hearing, like, wings fluttering, and then they're having me talk about birds, and it just keeps coming in. So, does that make any sense?
It does.
Awesome.
Birds make sense.
Where would that fit for you?
Well, my grandma would always say, when I pass, you can see me as a cardinal.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
Oh my God.
This person actually tries to communicate with you, but like through kind of interesting ways. So let me think of how to even describe what I'm seeing. I sometimes paint to decompress. It's my way of like relaxing and like hanging out, and they're showing me like painting. This connection is coming through in like a similar way. But it's like I'm with you during this activity. It's like I'm here. So does that make sense?
I paint all the time.
I love it.
It's my favorite thing.
Yes. Please know, like, the feeling with this is like I'm with you as you're doing it.
I just painted a cardinal like last week, so.
She just painted that for me 2 days ago.
Well, this person's a bigger part of your life than you even realize, you know?
I feel so close to this person. And it's so weird because we've never met. I'm sorry, I'm a mess. I always wonder what we would have done if we were together.
Absolutely. You know, the way this comes through, there's just such an awareness of you and being around you. And it's so amazing because the feeling is like guardian angel, guardian angel, guardian angel. And Mom needs to know that this person's her guardian angel as well.
Oh, my mommy.
So it's like, it's a group effort. And sometimes we don't even have to know our guardian angels here in the physical world for them to watch over us.
Thank you for that. That's awesome.
Of course.
Okay. There's a circumstance where basically on mom's side of family, I have a woman that's coming through, but I definitely feel like I have to talk about like grandma level with an M name, and I feel like I have to highlight that. So in the way this is coming in, there's this reference to, do you know the, I think how to describe this. There's this old lady, I'm seeing a symbol. There's like a whole brand of handbags. Like they have like little, it's like a cartoon on it of an old woman. I'm trying to remember what this is.
Oh my God, I know what he means. I know what he has to be meaning right now.
They're basically like, I'm trying to remember what the name of them is. Give me one sec.
Yeah, there were these like little comics. There was this old lady named Maxine.
Gotcha.
And there were like all different little quotes.
Yes. That was the thing.
My mom's name. That's my mom's name.
So do you have any connection to that?
Yes.
Or in any way?
Yes.
Okay, cool. They connected to the Maxine thing?
Yes.
Okay. So the reason I need to kind of bring this up is because she's bringing forward this understanding of the decline or the health stuff. But the timing when she actually passed, it's almost kind of like, oh no, that shouldn't have happened when it happened. So it's kind of one of those situations where like, I knew something was wrong with me, wasn't feeling great, but then this just kind of happened, and there's some feeling of like it being abrupt.
Yeah, so that would be my mom's mom. Her name was Maxine.
Yes.
So right when you said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Gotcha.
She had a stroke, and it was very sudden. I saw her that morning, asked her to feed my betta fish for me, and I said, I'll see you tomorrow. And she always just said, I'll see you tomorrow, I'll see you in the morning. And it was just,
There's this feeling of like, I'm good, I'm accepting, and it's my time to pass. The feeling was, I need family to know I was thinking about like how long I had left and came to terms with this like beforehand.
God, I needed that. Needed that.
Oh man, there's something funny about grandma being able to see that a man wasn't good for a woman and verbalizing it, and then at the end, the relationship didn't end up working out, and she was like, I told you so, but in a loving way. And it keeps coming through. She's kind of joking. She's like, didn't want to give it to you fully, but now you know, like you knew where I was coming from.
literally that note.
Yeah, really?
That's so crazy.
No way.
Yeah, high
it's
school
like-
boyfriend.
Really?
Scheana had moved in with my mom after my dad had passed, and she would write her notes.
And there were several notes that she had left me that had just given me advice about this person. So and I wanted to get one of the things from one of the notes right here. There's a tattoo that she had the most beautiful writing.
Yes.
And one of them that I was reading, she just said, please always remember that love is kind, patient, and considerate. It's not jealous. And then she goes, I care very much for you and Paul, but like she just knew that that wasn't the person for me.
Right.
But this note was the one that I just most like, I felt had the most feeling behind it, and I haven't read this in 15 years. And she just said, Scheana, thank you for being thoughtful enough to call me and let me know your plans, because anytime I would go out with my high school boyfriend at the time, she always wanted to know where I was and make sure I was safe. And I'm so sorry I've been so blah lately. My mood has been bad for quite a while. I hope in time I'll be able to handle things better. Please have patience with me. Lots of love, Puna. And I hadn't read this in years until last night, and I was just like, I don't even remember her ever being unpleasant or unkind or rude or anything like this. Reading these notes again 15 years later, I'm like, wow, I can apply those things in my life now.
She's having me joke about trying to come through while you're, how do I word this? How do I word this? Oh my God, this is awkward.
Careful the things you say.
Being intimate. Being intimate.
Oh my God.
This is awkward, but you are going to get a connection from your grandmother in a time of intimacy, sir. And that is awkward, and I'm sorry, but she's joking about this the way this comes across.
Oh my.
And it's just like, interrupted, so that's all I'll say on the matter.
Nuts. It happens all the time.
Oh no.
There's no way I've never told anyone that.
Yeah.
That is,
So sorry about that. She's aware.
well, you could kind of ask her to stop. There are plenty of other moments, Grandma. I've never, ever voiced that to anyone.
Those are the things that validate it, you know?
That is crazy.
But please know, and it's, you know, it's not a bad thing. They don't judge or anything along those lines, but there's better times for her to connect. So maybe when you notice that happening, just say, hey, I'll catch you next time.
Talk it up.
Right?
You keep going. Grandma, you leave. Oh, Tyler. Out of all the things, I was like, I cannot believe you were telling me this, because I have never voiced this to anyone. Wow.